I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They snap it to Herbert. And he is going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Herbert back to the air. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. It's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 20-yard line. 17. First down, they'll start with Algier. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Algier again on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And complete to Drake London. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
They were already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Falcons nothing.
Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Going deep here for Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And some room to roam now. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Chargers 14, Falcons nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. The way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD. We're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Finding space at the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Okay, right.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
No, 52.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Demir Bird, 30 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Chargers 21, Falcons 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's got some space here.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Hurry!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
His kick is good.
Coup able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game. And while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Look, 52.
They're going to try and throw. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but the sack knocks him backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On 4th down, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
67 yards.
and the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the ball going deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
The offense scheme going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here comes the 7th play now on this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll drop the throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
In motion left goes a tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Pushes past him. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Michel. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
Charles said for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
I flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Las Vegas Raiders. We go from Las Vegas. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Room here to run. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Touchdown, Raiders! A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Davante Adams. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Carry for Brandon Bolden. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Back to throw here. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, there's 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now it's Bolden. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Carr going to go on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Dumps this one off to Algier. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Back to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take another shot here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
Oh, what a move.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know as special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Algier again on second down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. He'll look to throw.
He wants it all for the end zone.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21. Raiders 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw his Carr. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now here's another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Here's Algier again on second down.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And my goodness, another interception.